Well, let's now talk about the ViewportIt tabs. Before to start, be careful. ViewportIt tabs is not designed at all for lighting, rendering, or texturing, or things like that, okay? It's an helper for modeling to enhance a bit the quality of your report and what you're doing in modeling and presentation and WIP presentation, okay? It's not designed at all to be render or for lighting and things like that. It's just a quick helper to put quick shading, quick lighting on your scene. For example, here is a default Maya scene with a lamp around and no lighting at all. So it's great to model at the beginning this way, but at some point it's really important to have a lighting in your scene to keep the right, shape, because shape are defined by shadow and this kind of things. And it's always better also in terms of mood. So yes, a modeling here. The first, here you have the tool and the shading here. The first one is to load lighting setup. So if you click, it will load the default lighting setup, and you see immediately that it's way better. On the same modeling, it's quite better. It will automatically switch on lighting and shadow in your report if it's off, and it's import and in fact it's import HDRI plus some light rig. Okay, you can shift click on it, that will select for you and switch into rotate mode the lighting, and of course you can rotate this way, like in in Substance, for example. By default, when you import lighting in a new scene, you will have this. You will see light and HDRI in background, which is not really great, because when you select, you will each time select those components. It's just the purpose of the second one. When you click, that will hide the lighting and keep you the background only. Quick tricks is to go to Windows, Setting Preference, Color Setting here, and in 3D view you will be able to switch with background, the color of your background. Okay, so come back to the lighting one. If you right click, you will have different presets. So let's try another one. Yes, you can see the mode is pretty different. Shift click to select it and to rotate. That will automatically, in fact, switch between lighting setup. You see here I'm on the full one. If I go back to this one, that will switch every lighting for you. Right. On right click on the spotlight, you can import a ground shadow, which, as his name said, it's a ground with a radial transparency if you want to catch a shadow for presentation or thing like that. And of course, if you need to adjust the intensity, it just are not light, so you can come here and play with different light. Great. Then here in green, it's all about UV. It's not really to do in-depth UV, but one more time to quickly help you to have quick UV, let's say. If I click, that will import and apply an UV checker. It's one I use all the time, pretty simple. And if you shift click on it, you will have access to the tile setting. Okay, great. So there is already clean UV on this model, but here you have an automatic UV. If you want to quickly add automatic UV, the great thing is that, let's say, to add the shader here too, is that that works on multiple mesh. And same thing here for a quick planar projection. By default, it will click on camera mode and on different axes, of course. Here are some preset shader to quickly apply a shading. If you click here, that will open you directly in the attribute editor, the attribute of your shadow. That can be useful, you know, when you have a lot of history on, let's just try with a cube. If I add some bevel and some stuff, the problem in Maya, and I will apply a color, is that the shader is at the last here. On the attribute editor, you have to go here and looking for your material, which is already boring. So just click here and that will isolate and automatically open you the attribute shader. You have an option in setting. If you want, you can also open floating windows for that. So select the mesh and you will have a floating window if you prefer. Then about the shader, it's simple. Just select and apply what you want to quickly give a great look. Let's say yes. Same thing. If I apply, that will apply the same shadow. If I shift click, that will open the attribute of this shadow directly. So yeah, as you can see, it's just some preset to quickly give a mood of on your modeling. It's not designed to shading or thing like that. And this one have a little bit of texture inside. Yes, it's pretty all about ViewportIt.